Hello, and welcome to the Knitting Annihilator podcast. This is episode 5. My name is Akira Green Bonner. I'm recently married, so I say my whole name because I love my whole name. I'm a green girl, I'm a Bonner girl, I'm Akira Green Bonner. Yeah. I'm coming to you from Birmingham, Alabama, where we are experiencing a drought in Alabama at this time, and there's been forest fires and things like that, so it's been pretty weird because I know we're really hot, but it's November the 2nd and I can't even wear my hat without looking crazy. People ask me why I am going out in knitted wear and it's 95 degrees outside. That is awful. This is gonna feel like deja vu for me because I actually filmed episode 5 already on my laptop, but it looked so weird and janky and I was like, but you gotta go back to the tablet. So I wanted to make sure you guys, I don't really have extravagant things like music or anything like that, so at least I could do is, at least look pretty decent and you can see all the knitted wear decently. So, yep. You can find me on Instagram as knitting_annihilator_ and also on Ravelry as KiraGreen95. I told you guys it's not gonna last. You thought that the swoop? Nope. Coming back to you with the crazy hair. And I think with it short, I can wear it how I like it. I actually love this big nest type thing. It suits me. So I go like myself now. Yeah, I think that's it for introductions. Oh, no, it's not. I have a Ravelry group for the podcast and I actually have 3 members. And I know I usually don't check or anything like that, but I checked and I have 3 members, so I'd like to welcome Danielle, who is DM Brown 240. That's actually my friend Danielle, who I shouted out a couple podcasts ago, so I was excited that she found the podcast and the group, so I was excited about that. I'd also like to welcome Ninha, I want to say it's how it's said, who is Ninha H. I really butcher names. I work in customer service and you think I'd be great at that. I butcher names, so I apologize if I'm not saying that correctly. And I'd also like to welcome Wendy, who is WMN302. So thank you guys for joining the group, and I am very excited that we got some people in there. And I just posted a thread, an Ask Me Anything thread. I think I called it questions. So, yes, there is a group, and there's threads in there, and I hope you guys are excited as much as I am to talk about things, in the group. Also, I usually don't check, subscribers or anything like that as far as the channel is concerned, because honestly, I really just think my mom and dad are watching. Like, I know my husband doesn't watch or anything like that, so I really just think, like, my mom and dad, and my brother watches too, so hi Makai. So that's really all who I thought were watching. So I guess something just told me, just go check and see what's going on. On the actual Knitting Annihilator podcast, I have 17 subscribers. What? 17 people actually sit down for like 20-30 minutes out of their day to listen to me, and I am excited. Thank you so much. And I had a couple of comments too, so of course I replied, and of course I'm a big dork and I'm sitting here like tapping my husband like, babe, I got 17 subscribers, I got comments. So I was really excited about it. So I did respond to the comments, and I'm sorry that it was a week later. Like I said, I don't do this as far as like gaining subscribers or anything like that. I just do it to talk to you guys, and if you're just watching, and I don't care if you subscribe, well, it'd be nice if you did, but if you don't, I don't mind it at all. I'm just talking because I love to talk and I love to knit, love to talk about knitting, and that's what I'm here for. So yeah, so this is called the Knitting Annihilator podcast because I am a superhero and knitting is my superpower, if you haven't seen 1 through 4. So I will continue to remind you guys that I am pretty freaking cool. Or at least I want to be pretty freaking cool and a superhero and stuff. So yeah. So that is totally it as far as administrative or anything like that. So, it was my birthday, so that's probably why I'm coming to you at an odd time. It was my birthday, and I just turned 21, so I am legal. So it was nice. I was a knitting princess, because my birthday's on Halloween. I thought I wasn't dressing up this year, but my mom told me to go into my sister's closet and find her pageant dress from when she was 12 or 13, put it on. Of course it fit, because I'm small. So yeah, so I was a pageant queen, but I also took pictures of me knitting, so I was a knitting pageant queen, and I was really feeling myself, and I was excited. But we'll talk more about my birthday, because I do have a few presents or something to share, so we'll talk about that later. But I do want you to bring your kids to this part. Children. I'm going to look in the camera. Children. Are they here? Okay, great. Children. What you are going through right now is this big compared to adult life. Appreciate your parents. Love your parents. Kiss on your parents in public. Because adult life is a struggle. And you just want to get by. You just want to be a good adult. And sometimes life doesn't let you do that. But you take life by the hand and you say, let's do this. If you're like 12 through 18, dude, don't disrespect your parents. Like, it's a thing. Adult life. We're in the process of finding a house. I've never wanted to just move in back with my mom so bad in my life. Now, I'm not going to talk about high school and stuff, because I'm going to be real with you. Kira hated high school. So if there was a point where I could skip that part, not going to lie, I would have skipped that part. But as far as being a child and just appreciating my parents and loving on my parents, you need to do that. Because adult life is not where it's at. I mean, I'm 21 and I feel like I'm in a good spot, but just know a lot of people are not where I am at 21. So I'm married, looking for a house, I have a good job. I'm grateful, but dude, what you're going through right now is this big. This, you see the lint? You see the lint? Yeah, it's that big. The lint. That big. Get it together. Love your mom. Love your dad. Love your grandpa. Love everybody. Because once they tell you to get the heck out of there, oh, you're on your own, buddy. You have to pray about it. Get some Jesus, because you're going to need some Jesus too. Okay, they can leave, because now we're going to talk about some knitting. Okay, let's go into finished objects. So I have 2 finished objects that everybody's seen on Instagram and posted. I wear them every freaking day. They were my birthday presents to myself that I made for myself. And yeah, so I was really excited about them. So here is one. This is the Knitting Annihilator Scrappy hat. I'm not a designer. I just go with the flow. And that's what happened. So this is the Knitting Annihilator Scrappy hat, made with some Madeline Taj, and Lolo did it. There's some coal miner's daughter in there, because I'm a coal miner's daughter. My dad's freaking amazing. Love your dad. So I got some coal miner's daughter in there. And I also got some, that yellow is Fame from Lolo Did It. And then this portion is Madeline Taj. And I have no idea what this colorway was. But it's a hat that I made for my husband. So when my husband wears his hat, our brims will match, because our brims are the same. Because I'm cute like that. So that's that. I don't have a lot of space over here. I picked a weird place. Like, the setup is odd. Like, all around me, if you can see, there's like stuff. Okay. And here's another one. I'm gonna try to give it its time and glory and not just be like, here you go. Here it is. I want you to see it. So this is my color-filled shawl by Kemper Wray, who also dyes yarn. I think her yarn is called junk yarn or something like that. I just found that out on a podcast, which I have 2 podcasts to talk about, but that's later. I just found that out, so I was like, oh, why didn't I get some of her yarn? Soon. I got you, girl. You will be receiving them green Bonner dollars. Trust. So I did use Coal Miner's Daughter, and mine is probably relatively smaller compared to other people's because this variegated, speckly yummy goodness is actually fingering weight. And I broke the rules and I put finger weight and DK weight together because YOLO, you only live once, might as well. So the colorway is Vivid Yarns Pumpkin Spice, which I was just watching a podcast. I could have gotten to a cow. I'm so bad. I'm just horrible when it comes to cows and Ravelry and stuff. But yeah, I'm getting better. So, Colorful Shawl by Kemper. And yes, I live in this. I love this shawl. I loved making it because I am a process project knitter, is what I'm calling it. A little bit of both. I love triangle shawls that you watch grow and grow and grow, and that makes me so happy. And yeah, so there it is in all its glory. And I was so happy to wear it on my birthday, even though people thought that I was a hobo, but I was really trying to be really cute, and nobody. Doesn't work for me. This is why you get crazy hair. Guess crazy hair isn't hobo. I don't know. But yeah, so those are all the FOs that I have for you guys today. I guess we can go into works in progress now. So, I have 2 works in progress, but I'm going to do this one first because the other one kind of has birthday gifts with it. And I just couldn't wait. And I just started knitting. So, yeah. This is also a birthday gift, by the way. From Candy. Hi, Candy. That's my friend's girlfriend. She got me this Ninja Turtle shirt. And I get down with the Ninja Turtles. But at the same time, I think I love them so much because my little friend Latarius, who is my brother-in-law, who's like 7, he likes Ninja Turtles. And he is so cute. He's just a beautiful pair of balls. And I love him. So yeah. So that's one of the presents that I have on today, and I'll be wearing all day and loving it. Even wearing it while we're going to look at houses, because I don't care. I am superhero, I'm rebellious, yep. Drinking some caramel coffee from a little Starbucks cake cup, thank you. Turn up. And I've been up since 5:45. If that doesn't register to you, because I am turned up right now. If I look a little tired in the eyes, I'm really not. I'm really awake. Or am I sleepy? I don't know. You can figure, you can judge it for yourself. So I am making the car cable poncho, and her name is Susan. I know you guys didn't see when I was pre-recording or whatever. Y'all didn't see that. But I didn't know her name, but her name was Susan. I don't remember her last name. We should just get with Susan. By Susan. So it is cabled and things like that. So I did give this a go because I made my cousin Seth a cabled hat, and I did good for my first try, but I was like, I really want to be great. So I was like, oh, let's do this, because someone asked for this as a present, and I was like, well, they asked for a poncho. So then I was like, I'll do you one better. I'm going to do a cable poncho. And yeah, so you probably remember this bag from my motivational speaking from last podcast. So it is my Still City Stitcher bag with the beautiful elephants that I am obsessed with, that I will never get old or tired of. And here's my little button. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna buy a project bag just to put buttons on. I know people say that that's like weird, but I don't care. So yeah, all my elephants. And let me just show you the project, because I know I'm just like, you're like, what is it? Let me see. Here we go. Hold on. I have yarn everywhere. That's because I'm almost running out, so that's why this is on. But here we are. Oh, it looks so good. Come on now. Nitpick. Get it together. Sweetheart, we're showing. Great. Here we go. I'm trying to show you like all the cables. Because you got like a cable here. And then you got this sexy cable going on right here. Like, come on. Couldn't you just eat it? It looks like chocolate. It looks like a bar of chocolate that I just want to put in my mouth. Yes. Yep. So I'm making this. Again, I told you you'd see this yarn again. Knit Picks, Swish Worsted, in the color Bark. Yep. Took a negative, made a positive. May not be a big old coat, but someone's going to be warm in this poncho. And it's knitted flat. Well, it's a paper pattern, so I guess I won't say too much. But yeah, you knit it flat, then you seam it together. And yeah. So I've been really loving the knit. And I've been so proud of myself for not giving up. And I've also like seen how much I've grown as a knitter. Because it's to the point where I can look at it and be like, now you know you knitted when you should have purled. So I'm so proud of that. I'm just growing, y'all. Just growing. And you guys are here for the journey. So thank you for watching and being here with me and all that jazz. Okay. So that was that. So I guess we can go into calling this whoop number 2 / birthday presents / homespun house goodness / spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You're finna get spoiled. I apologize. Deeply, I apologize. Deeply, I apologize. My mom is texting me. Hi, Mommy. Okay, so I received my Homespun House Tim Burton Yarn Club yarn, and I said I have to knit this right now. I'm not waiting. I don't have anything else to do. I don't have anything else on the needles. I'm casting on. I don't care. Because at first I was going to save it in the skein for you guys, then we could peel and look inside. No, girl, we finna look at this cake. So I loved it, and I'm calling this whole shawl is going to be called Halloween in December, because I feel like the colors not only scream the movie that it's from, but it also has like Christmassy colors. So of course on Christmas I'll be wrapped up in this thing and will not care. So let me find the tag. I'm so bad at this. I am always losing the tag, and then the tags are always like all bented and stuff. Here we go. Again, this is a spoiler alert, so that's my like second or third time. So if you're looking, it's your fault. That's all I'm saying. All right, so a homespun house, just the regular little thing, and here we go. And it's from the Corpse Bride. We're going to have a wedding. Corpse Bride is one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, because when my mom didn't have any cable, all we could do was watch movies. So Corpse Bride was on repeat like all night. Like I know like half the movie and some of the words. So yeah, so Corpse Bride, and here, what the fudge? Oh, I got it. Here's the cake. Look at the cake, the beautiful cake. Look at it. I got green, I got blue, I got pink, I got zombie color. I don't know if that's a real thing, but yep. And this cake was beautiful until I started knitting. I don't know. Me and cakes don't get along. They don't. When I make them, they just, I don't know. Because I have to go to my local yarn shop because they have a Swift, and I don't have a Swift yet. Hint, hint, husband. Husband doesn't watch, but I still told him that I want a Swift. But I told him to wait till we got a house. So yeah. So I am making the Garter Goodness by Stephen West. I told you guys I was going to do it, and it is on the needles. And I'm going to show you where I am. No, I'm not. Because I stopped in the middle of the road because I am an awful podcaster. Hold on, friends. I have to just talk amongst yourselves. Alright. So how's everybody's knitting going? What are you making? I'd love for you to comment below. Tell me what you're making. Maybe what you're eating right now, because I am so hungry. Tell me what your kids are doing. You can tell me anything. I love to talk. So, yep. So yes, it was my birthday, and I actually did not go and get drunk or anything. I'm not really a party girl, if that has not came across. I am actually afraid of large crowds. They actually give me anxiety attacks, so I can't do that. So, I had a lovely time at home with my mommy and my daddy and my family, my sisters and my brother. My husband had to work, which made me sad, but I understand that because he takes care of me, and that's what husbands do. Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Booyah! And she also did a collaboration with someone with the yarn club, so that's why I have a little cake, and if you look closely, it's a skull in the icing. Get out of town. So yeah, the Garter Goodness by Stephen West, who is a shawl god, is all I can say. The construction of these shawls are so beautiful. So yeah, it's just garter stitch. So I'm going fast. This is where I left off last time, and then I started podcasting. Then it looked like trash, and here we are again. I haven't knitted on it because I'm almost done with that gift. So I'm trying to get that done so that way I can just breathe in this. Yeah. So we got little eyelets and stuff. So because I'm a chocolate mama, beautiful chocolate goddess, I'll just put it up to my face and I can show you my eyelets. So I got confused at first when I started down here. And Steven is so magical. I didn't know that it was just going in different directions. I was like, we are still working on them. So yep. And then you get the eyelets right here. So yeah. I want it on my face. I'm a bandit. A knitting bandit. Turn up. So I am in love with it. So this shawl calls for 4 colors. And here's where the birthday presents come in. So, okay, it's right. So I want to say tricked my brother-in-law. I totally convinced him to give me his credit card so I can go get some yarn. And it's his fault he said yes. So, happy birthday to me. So I had 3 colors. So this color is Pelican by Madeline Tosh. I'm in love with Madeline Tosh. I use her yarn for everything. For hats. Anything. So the mail guy just came. I'm excited. So here's Pelican. It's gray. And if you see a pattern, apparently I am in love with gray and I just don't know it. Apparently. My favorite color is purple, but I haven't knitted a darn thing in purple. I can't even think, but Pelican. So I'm in love with gray. I love it. I'm not even gonna lie to ya. Another Madeline Tosh, and this was like spot on. I was excited about this as well. This is the color Methanol Blue. Heck yeah, Methanol Blue. So yeah, just a nice blue. And I forgot to take my picture on Instagram of all my cake and stuff, but I'm totally doing that today. And then this is a yarn I've never used before, and it is Shawlman Yarns is what this looks like. And this is 75% superwash merino, 15% cashmere, and 10% silk. So that's probably why it was the most expensive one. But I'm excited because this is going to be my first time knitting with cashmere. Yep. Look, it's like a rose pink, blush pink type of ordeal. So I don't really care if this looks odd. I think this is how everybody likes to hold their yarn. I think it's my personality. It's like, yeah, I get sad sometimes. There's some gray areas. But there's a lighter side. And I love a zombie. And I love zombies. Yeah. I don't think I'd classify her as a zombie. She's more like a hopeless romantic dead person. Is how I would say that. So yeah, so that's my birthday whip that I am just in love with and I'm excited about, and I just cannot get enough, and I'm just full of life about. So let me try to put this away. Just sing a song to yourself. Maybe one day I'll learn how to put music in here. My dad showed me. I'm just nervous to do it. Sorry, Dad. I don't believe in myself. So maybe I'll bring the podcast over to him one day and let him put the music on, because I'm just nervous, you know. And my brother wants to make me an intro, so I'll have to let him do that one day. Alright, so I guess we can go to the shopping shenanigan portion, which is also aka birthday gifts. And I guess I'll start with this one. It's technically not a birthday gift. It's technically someone wanted me to make them something and they bought the yarn. But hey, that's free yarn, so it's kind of like a birthday gift. This woman at work, her daughter's having a baby. She wants a baby blanket. And I'm going to crochet it. You heard me right. I'm going to crochet it. And yeah, so here's the yarn. It's Bennett blanket, which I think I told her to get something else, but I can work with it. And it's like this gray and white color because she doesn't know what the baby is. So it's just coming out. So we're just neutral colors because anybody can wear that and stuff. Yeah. So thanks for that. This one is a legit present that made me really excited. So Mr. Brooks is a friend of the family. He's like a second dad to me, and I really love him. And he's really, really awesome. He came over and he's like, here you go. So I saw like yarn in there, but I didn't know what it was going to consist of. Dude. Like, how awesome of a hat would this make? Like, come on. Like, I don't even know where you got this from. Like, I really don't. But it's yarn. And he didn't just get me one of these. Got me two of these. And like, look at this one. I like this little stripe. Wait. Thank you. Thank you. And it's like speckled. No. What? Stellina. It's like little Stellina-y kind of. Oh, and that is not all, people. Are you freaking kidding me? Freaking pom-poms. Oh, I'm not done, people. Guys. can put these on little baby hats or something. You can put these on adult hats because adults can wear pom-poms too, people. I was so grateful. It made my whole life. I was just really happy. So thank you, Mr. Brooks. My parents are actually taking me and my husband to the casino. And by me and my husband, I mean he's going to sit at the hotel because he's only 20. And I'm going to go to the casino. And yeah, I think I'm excited. I really just want to take the money and buy some yarn. But I was like, okay, I'll go to the casino. So I'll get into the presents that my husband got me yesterday. Because he, of course, had to work on my birthday, like I said earlier. And I had a really grumpy day yesterday. Like, I was really not having it. I'm ready to go home. So I called my husband, made sure he got my brother-in-law to work. And he says, come meet me at the mall. Now, mind you, I was like 15 minutes away from the house. So at first I was like, it better be good if we're turning around from the house. So I get there and he greets me with, hugs and kisses. And I calmed down a little because, it's not anybody's fault why I was upset. And I don't like to take my emotions out on, everybody. So I calmed down. And I was like, okay, nice. So, my husband's a real shoe fanatic. He loves shoes. So he took me to the shoe store. He says he's not a name brand whore, but I don't agree with that. I believe he's a name brand whore. And a name brand whore is a person for which who goes name brand is life. I believe he's a name brand whore. So when we get in the shoe store, I'm not looking at like name brands of the shoes. I'm looking at, ooh, look, it's purple. Ooh, look, it looks like someone knitted that shoe. Oh my God. So we go in the shoe store. I see this shoe and I said, you know what? I'll let you do it. I want this one. And it's in a kid size. And apparently in the kid size shoe, you're actually 2 sizes smaller than a regular woman's shoe. So it was fate for me to get these shoes. Because at first I was like, there's no 7s. I'm not going to fit it. So I put on this 5. And then... adulting, people. Adulting. But it just gave me more time to podcast. So I don't even care. Okay. Anyway. I saw the shoe. It was fate for me to get it. Because it was 2 sizes too small, the right size. And I fit it. And I'm going to wear them today. And I am excited. They are, who is this? Adidas? I can't tell you nothing else. That's all I know. People. Y'all. Look at this. It's splattered. And then you got the black, because all I wear is black. So I was so grateful to my husband for buying me this. And like I said, I'm going to wear them today. Don't even care if it matches. It should, because Ninja Turtles, they're all kinds of colors. Anyway. Yeah, so my husband got me the shoes. And I said, thank you. So I thought presents were ending there. Presents should end there. We're trying to buy a house. Presents, that was enough for me. This fool takes me into things to remember. Remember the things. It's a place where you can get things engraved. And that's where I actually got him a present. Got him a car speaker with his name on it. So I got him that from there. So when we went in there, I was like, oh my God, what could this be? Because I was not ready for what I got. So me and my husband, we're not good at surprises. And I'm the mushy gushy one, and he's kind of like the, okay, here you go, kind of guy. When I got this. It's a bracelet. I'm awful at showing things. It's a bracelet. But if you look closely, it's a DNA. My husband's name is DeAndre. And I'm Akira. DNA. I cried. I cried because I'm rubbing off on him. He's being mushy-gushy. And the fact he put so much thought into that. And he didn't tell me. I didn't know. So I thought that was it. Then he pulls out. Oh crap, I'm breaking it. It's a B for Bonner. Because he asked me, like, if you wanted a necklace, what letter would you want? The A, the K, because people call me Kira. Or would you want the B? And I was like, well, I'd want the B for Bonner. You got me a B. I love my husband. I wasn't expecting any of this. And I had a bad day. So, of course, I cried and I gave him so many wifey kisses. And I was so happy. My husband rocks. Yeah. So that is it for shopping shenanigans / birthday gifts. And I have 2 podcasts that I want to talk about. I usually don't talk about podcasts because honestly I forget. And then I forget to write them down. And also I don't just watch knitting podcasts on YouTube. I watch everything. I watch makeup tutorials. I watch funny stuff. I watch gaming channels that are insanely funny. So today I was like, I'm gonna get the podcast in. I'm going to talk about podcasts. Let's do it. So the first one I want to talk about is called the Quirky Monday Craftcast with, I want to say her name is Kalisha. That's how it's spelled. That's how I'm taking it. I'm sorry if that's bad, Kalisha. If that's not your name, I'm so sorry. But she is so... Well, first off, she's adorable. And she's cute. And I love her. And, you know, and I just love her voice. I love, like, just looking at her and watching her talk. And I just... It makes me so happy. So I hope you guys go and check her out. She's really awesome. And one that I've been binge watching for 3 days is the Stitching the High Notes podcast with Opera Joe, aka Joanna. Hi. I don't think you're gonna watch this, but if you do, hi. So gotta give you some background. The mom that I talk about all the time, the mom that I'm so in love with, she is technically my dad remarried. I'm trying to say it nicely because I don't want to say it rudely. Because I don't have any hard feelings for the other lady, other mom. But, yeah. So, my dad remarried to my mom. And, at first, it was a little weird. But then, as I got older and found out things for myself, and really grew, she raised me. I just love her. I am in love with her. I love her. I would do anything for her. She is my mom. And I love her. So, when I found Stitching the High Notes podcast, I seen it on Instagram a couple of times and I was like, yeah, I'm going to watch it. Finally, I said, Kira, you need to watch it. As soon as she came on the screen, I was like, she looks like my mom. So every time I watch it, I get so emotional. And I think if my mom was a knitter, she would do things like this. Like, and it has such a bigger inner part to my heart when I watch her podcast. Because she looks like my mom. And I love my mom so much. And, yeah, so you should check her out too. I love her so much. And she's an opera singer and she's into the theaters and she's a nerd and she loves Star Wars and Doctor Who and all that good stuff, and like her knitting represents that. It's such an awesome podcast, guys. It is such an awesome podcast. So yeah, that is pretty much everything. anything for random thoughts. I'm gonna shock you guys. I'm gonna attempt a sock. I have more mail. I don't think you can hear it, but I just hear people walking outside to the mailbox. But yeah, I'm going to attempt a sock. I want to make my mom a pair of socks as a test drive, and then maybe for something bigger later on. But yeah, we're gonna try a sock. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray. I'm gonna need to get some DPNs, because when I tried to magic loop with a hat, that drove me insane, and I just got a 16-inch circular. So I'm gonna need to get some DPNs, or I have one 9-inch circular. I might try to give that a go again. But yeah, so we're gonna give it a go. So watch this space. I'm saying it on here. I'm going to try a sock. I already have some stock patterns on Ravelry. I've already placed them in the library, so I can get them on any device that I have. So yeah. Yes, that is everything. Thank you so much for all the love that you guys have been giving me. Thank you so much for sticking in there. This is, I think, the longest one that I've done, probably because it's my birthday, so I haven't seen you guys in a while. And I was just full of talk. I've been up since 5:45, and I'm drinking coffee. And I'm hungry, and I'm stressed out. This is what adults look like, children. We're hungry and stressed out. Yeah, so next step is meeting the realtor. Going to look at a house. She's going to be 15 minutes late, like she always is. So that's how I have time to podcast and not worry about it, and give my husband a few more minutes to sleep before I go in there and jump on him and wake him up. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, become a part of the alliance, so that way we can build up our alliance and take over the world with our knitting craft and shove it down their throats and let them know, hey, we're here, we're knitters, we're doing it. And there's a little notification thing next to the subscribe button. Hit that so you know, oh my god, Kira just put a podcast up, gotta tune in. And yeah, you can personal message me on Ravelry, leave some comments down below if you have any questions, if you want to show some love. Hopefully it won't take me a week to respond again. It might, I'll be honest. But whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Happy knitting! Bye guys.